the cue of this door opening for her to be to run away from it.
Okay.
But not in fear. Like, I want it to be like, back off.
Okay.
So how I'm going to do this, I'm literally going to open it and throw treats behind.
Okay.
Then I'm going to come in. I'm going to do that like 10 times.
Why don't you go take the
Just
flying
then
now?
I'm going to
Alright.
oh.
Yeah, let me take the
No,
fun.
come here, honey. And then I'm going to get to the point where to see if I can open it and she doesn't move.
Okay.
So I almost want to create a boundary away from the door so the cue is the door opening and she backs
She
off.
backs off.
Yep.
Okay.
To block that husky need to take off. Okay.
Did you lock it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I did.
She was gonna
When
open
I came
it.
in. I remembered.
She is gonna love this one.
Right? I missed a click on that. I want to click when she follows the treats.
Okay.
I just missed it.
All good.
It's been a while that I've done this technique because I don't work with huskies very often, which makes me sad because I love them.
I'll go for the biggest one. I see.
She's like, I see that one.
Nope, that was a leaf.
And you're so slow. So slow eating.
She is.
So most of the time when we do things, you click and then feed. This is backwards. The treat is kind of her guide without me having to walk her away from the door. I want it to be almost innate. And then it becomes a little bit more natural. It's right here, babe. You missed it. Shutting. Oh. She watched that. It rolled under the thing all the way over. Good girl. Woo.
Goodness gracious, look at this.
Oh, you didn't eat it. Yes, good. Do you not like those ones? You missed
Oh,
one.
she ate it.
You missed the big one. Look. Look. You break up more. Hold on. So it's already working. Her boundary's already kind of far from it. So where I'm throwing them, it doesn't have to be like crazy specific, but I want them to be at least further than here.
Okay.
So her boundary's kind of like here, where you can quickly get to rush the door so she doesn't run out.
Got it.
Back. We're gonna do it too for when you go out, just so that she doesn't try to pass you.
Pass.
We got another one. Yeah.
She's so calm for a husky. At least during training, she's just. So, I'm used to like crazy excited. Good. So I clicked a little earlier on that one because right before I went to throw the treat, she already started to turn,
She
which
saw
is
it.
her figuring it out. Ooh. And I dropped it. Where did it go? Good job. I saw that. Okay, back up. She cracks me up. She's like, I know it's here somewhere.
I can find it.
I'm gonna give her a break from the door, like me coming in. So now I'm gonna start creating the boundary. This is similar. I think did we do this with the counter?
No.
Not yet. Okay. So now when she gets towards where I don't want her to come, I'm gonna click to interrupt her walking, but marking when she's at the spot I want. So I'm kind of lining it up like just with that wall to that wall. So it's click, toss a treat away. Oh, there you go. Now you see it.
That's a big one.
generally about like 5 to 10 times of marking and then tossing. Then I'm gonna wait and see if they stop at the borderline. And if she does, I'm like, yes, perfect.
Speaking of developing a sword, you also didn't want to retrieve it.
Oh, that's gross. There you go. Eat the nasty thing you coughed up. I just started now, like I'll just send short videos instead of like the whole session. I'm like, I'll just do little ones and then I can just send it. So I've noticed that with YouTube, 10 minutes or less, they upload in seconds.
Oh,
Versus
that's perfect.
long.
A
So,
long
like,
session.
That's kind of my little goal now. I'm like, all right, there might just be like 4 or 5 such like little parts, but I'm like, it works. Hey, do it. Crazy girl. Right there. Look down. Right there. See? That's what I'm waiting for. So she's already learned this is a boundary. So this is anytime you want a boundary around anything, this is how you teach it. You basically mark them when they're at it, toss a treat behind, and just repetition that until they understand it's a line. Good.
Ooh, fun.
Go that way. So she went over it. So I didn't mark. I just threw a treat to reset her. And I'm going to do a couple times of the click and mark. You got to watch where they will. Look, it's right there. There you go. Good. Oh, that went really under there.
It's okay. She goes under
you
there
get
and
it?
drinks the water.
Does she really?
Yeah.
Jesus. That's one thing my puppy hasn't figured out. She's also right in her like really prominent fear period, and she won't even go near the tree. She's like, nope. She'll watch it, but she won't go close.
Oh, weird. We did have an episode with her. Someone set up a firework in the backyard, and she got so scared.
Oh no.
She literally came out here and pooped all over the rug. She got so scared. I
Oh
felt
my-
so bad for her.
It was a really loud firework though. Like whoa.
No.
Was it one of you guys? Like, was it you guys or just like a
No.
neighbor?
Oh, no,
that
a
did
One
it?
of the neighbors in the
Oh.
back.
Oh, it's awful.
I know.
It was
Poor
like
thing.
11 o'clock at night too.
Oh.
So we were all in bed.
I'd be so mad.
Freaked her out.
Poor baby.
Oh yeah, we're cleaning the carpet at 11 o'clock at
Right?
night.
Like, really? Poor baby.
There's been that, and then I had her on a walk, and somebody was doing roofing, and the nail gun.
Really freaked her out.
Really, I mean, I had the toughest time even resetting her after that. It
Yikes.
was, yeah.
You poor thing. Because she, remember, like, her and Tara are about the same age, right? She's, like,
Right.
right over a year.
Yeah.
14, 15
About
months.
15, 16, yeah.
Yep.
About 15.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was gonna say
They're
14, 15.
basically the same age. Actually, she would be, I think she's a month older. Tara was the beginning, like, middle of October. Would have been a year.
So she was the middle of September.
So they're little. But they're
Yeah,
pretty much
about
the same.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same age. Yeah, they're both in your fear period. So as far as ours. So knowing that she's a little skittish, I don't want you to like go right to where construction zones are, but if you can, like if there are any that are at a good distance that you could get away, like
Mhm.
start to maybe expose her a little bit.
Okay.
Use really high value, like something she's doesn't
Never
get.
had. Okay.
Yep. In those moments, because there might be a chance she doesn't take treats if she is stressed like that, which is fine. So in those moments, just do a lot of movement and
Okay.
focus work, because you want to expose her, but you don't want to flood her.
Okay.
So if you flood, like just like with us, basically you expose yourself too much to it, you create more fear or just a shutdown,
Shut down technique.
which we don't want. But you do want to expose her. So if there's ever, like if you do notice, like say they are working again, or you see there's construction going on, maybe try to plan a couple like walks
Okay.
to go kind of towards it, but then teach her that it's okay.
It's okay.
Yep. The biggest thing in those moments is to not, like I don't want you to like make her stand there and deal with it, but I also don't want you to tuck and run when she's fearful.
Right.
Because then that will just increase, like, oh, you just confirmed, yes, it means we need to run.
Okay.
So I have a, it's kind of a somewhat the same thing. When we first moved here, we stayed like right up the road at the Sonesta, and
Oh yeah.
we didn't have jets near us in New Hampshire.
Oh,
So I took her potty one morning, and I'm like, what is going on? There's like 10 of them. She freaked. So I got her inside as quick as I could. So I'm like, you're gonna shut down. We need to go in. And then the next morning, I knew when it was gonna happen. Those are birds. I thought they were treats.
No.
Yeah, that's when we had to brush it out. Like, and we just need to treat her while we do
Right,
that.
she
Though.
probably hates it.
She hates it.
Not surprised, you're a husky. Most huskies don't like being groomed or
She
brushed.
does better.
Sit.
We actually brushed her the day before we went up there, which is probably a stupid thing to do.
The hardest part with their tails.
But yeah.
Oh, it always is.
Yep. But yeah, I had to expose her to it. So I did purposely the next like couple days went out at the time I knew they were going overhead to work her through it. And she will not take treats when she's stressed. Like even a little bit of stress, immediately no treats.
Yeah.
So I have to do a lot with like communicating with her otherwise. And I literally just got in the stairwell where it's a little less loud and I just sat down. And she's like in my lap and petting her. The biggest thing is you can comfort them but don't coddle.
Okay.
Which is really hard. It's hard for us not to be like, oh my God, you're okay. That anxiousness in your voice will basically tell them there's a reason to freak out. So if you, in those moments, be like, it's okay, like no big deal, make sure you're monotone and just walk away from it, but don't run. Don't let her pull away from it. If she does, just do the stopping thing, wait for it to come, go a little bit further. If you have to do that every couple feet, that's fine.
That's what we
Because it's going to actually help click her brain back on.
Okay.
Because she's like, okay, I actually do need to work and have my manners, like she knows not to pull. So that way it'll you get out of there without flooding, but you're not like, oh, tuck and run.
Right.
The only time I ever would tuck and run is if like she's so shut down, she starts like screeching or really barking and freaking out, or starting to like you can tell she's like shaky.
Yeah.
Moments like that, like just get out of there as quick as you can. But we want to try to not get that point because it's scary.
It's just so interesting to me. Like, well, she's doing a lot better on her walks. I mean,
Good.
we work a lot, but like yesterday she was just awful, and then today she was great, and I was like, what is going on with you? Like,
right. And so think of it with that, like because of the type of dog, just in general, dogs are very sensitive to energy changes. So if it was busier yesterday, then it's chilled today, that could be why. If there's more going on yesterday versus today, that could be why. It could even be that the closer to like full moons and or like things like that, like the storms and stuff, like they're way worse. And it's because they feel the earth's energy is not normal, so they already starts to amp them up.
huh?
So just do more training in moments like that. So
Yeah.
if you notice a rough walk, just go almost revert back to basics.
Yeah.
So like every step she's clicking fed, clicking
Okay.
fed. And then the next day you might not have to do that. So any kind of regression in training just means you got to back up to the basics.
Okay.
And that goes for her whole life. Because it's training works, but you're always, especially with how smart she is and type of, with her being a husky, she's going to test it. The more freedom you give her, the more she's going to take. So when she's old, even when she's older, you might notice she's 6 and she regresses a bit. Just retrain. Do like a little mini session. And that's with every dog. Like even like our past dogs, there's times where my Dane would mess up. I'm like, okay, we need to revert. And we'd go back to the basics and refresh him, and then he'd be fine for another few months. We'd have to do it again. So it's just like kids. They do the same thing. You give them too many. Oh, that was beautiful. Good job. Once they know the boundaries, you don't have to like toss it away. You can mark and go to them and feed.
Okay.
Or release them to you. Nope, back. I'm going to start adding a little bit of duration. She got really focused. She showed her boundaries. She's like, well, hello.
I'm trying so hard not to move.
This is when they start to test you, because instead of clicking and feeding right when they're at the boundary, now they're going to be like, oh, what if I move a little bit more? Her mouth was cracking up. She's like relaxed and she's thinking, and then she's like really focused. She shuts it and just looks at me like, hello? Back up. A little bit more. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Actually, I'm going to come to you. I'm not going to toss it so you don't break. Good. There we go. I expected you to break. You didn't. Good job.
No, I
Back.
did.
bright side, she's so sensitive to the like spatial pressure. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna have to like, you don't have to go all the way to your eye. She's like slightly. She's like, okay,
Oh, got it.
I'll back up.
Yeah, that's you.
Ah. Back up. Good. Now this one's hard. So if I notice there's a struggle, just like with everything, we break it down. So now I'm going out here. Yep. Like touching the door, like I'm gonna move it, but I'm not doing the whole thing yet. It's funny because like she's doing this when she's being sneaky, and then when I look at her, she's like, "Nope, my head's up. I didn't have a crouch. What are you talking about?" It's funny. Oh my goodness. Ah, so close. I can like somewhat see her through the screen door.
Yeah.
But she's so like she leads like the certain ways. I'm like, I can't tell if you moved, which is the hard part. That was good. You almost got that. Back. More. Good. She's so focused, she's like staring you down. Like, I'm not moving. Nope. Back. One of these times I'm gonna
Be careful.
It's gonna happen. Nope. Back. I know, we're gonna keep doing this until you don't move. And then you get a whole bunch of cookies. There it is. Good job. Yes, good girl. You're getting better at catching food.
She's getting there.
They still sometimes bounce off her nose because she tries to move it. Good girl. Can you sit? Or down, that's fine. Nope. Back. No, it's that squeak. The little squeak is what's making you think you can come to it. Back. Back up. Good girl. You have 2 treats in front of your face. Back.
She's struggling.
That's the squeak.
Uh-huh.
It's the little creak it's making. She's like, that means we're supposed to go outside. There we go. Good girl. Back. Back up. I see you thinking. Almost. A little bit more. You're so dramatic.
Yeah.
Moves all the way out of the way, like you're gonna come at me.
Oh, I found him.
Hey you. Do we need a break? Is it too hard? One more good one in. There we go. There we go. Good girl. That was good. Give you a break. This is hard.
Well, you really can't see through the door.
Right. She's getting better about finding treats. Very slowly. She's too smart. She doesn't go, like, she stops and she just waits. She's like, you're gonna throw treats. I'm gonna wait until you do it.
Right.
Oh, it's great. She's so darn pretty. I can't stand it.
Good girl.
Good girl. That was nice. I know I talked.
Back up. Back up. No. Come on. Get me.
So the next time you have to do that with her, make sure there's no treats in the hand you're telling her to back up.
Got it. I got it.
That's why she got distracted. Ooh. Ooh, good girl.
Good girl.
Staying in a stand position is so hard for them. That was really good. She's frozen. She's like, I'm not supposed to move. Like her muscle tension. She's tight.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm glued. She broke.
Back up.
Move
Back
your
up.
treats.
Does this count?
Back up.
Remember, treats out of your hand.
I don't have any.
Okay, good.
There you go.
She keeps side-eyeing me. Like she's focused, but she's like literally doing this. Like, am I doing this right? Oh, great. Good girl. Good girl.
Good girl.
Good.
That was
Very
perfect.
good. Good job. Yeah, I see you. Husky stare.
Did I stare?
Oh my goodness, it cracks me up. It's the blue eyes. Like I feel like
I
every dog that
know.
has the blue eyes, like they just have more control of the way they look at you. And that is just like from the colors. I don't know. Ooh, good girl.
She wanted to
She
go.
thought about it.
She did.
Yeah, she did the head thing, and then she's like, nope.
Good girl. That was
It
perfect.
was. Didn't have to go all the way back to the beginning. She's like, okay, I got it. Good. And this session too, like this is a big safety thing. So everybody,
Yeah.
like even have your son do this.
Son, okay.
Yep, I would have him do it. Just so she learns, doesn't matter who's coming in or out of that door, she does not rush. Yep.
Mhm.
Because dogs in general, they're
Love
opportunistic
you.
predators.
Do you want
So-
to have her do it too right now? Or?
Yep, we'll give her a couple minute break and then you guys can switch.
Alright.
But they're like all dogs are opportunistic predators. So even if they're not going for prey, that's how they think. So especially like dogs that are escape artists, the times they get out, it's you can be as careful and as controlled as you want. It's the slight mistake you make and they're
And
gone.
they're gone.
Yep.
Save this for later. So that you're not distracted by that either. Well, my goodness, look at you.
Just like third time's a charm, Mom. I just moved.
Good girl. Thank you.
What we were chuckling at, you can tell it's hard work. She does the head thing.
Right. No,
She broke.
Okay. Back up. Nope, keep going. Thank you.
We call it ninja dog because you can tell when she gets her ninja stance.
Everything goes down. Tail goes down.
That's funny. It definitely fits.
Nope, she broke.
You really can't see.
No, it's you would think you can because you can see out really well. I wonder if
Right.
it's a change in lighting.
Yeah, well, we had it when it was black because we painted it white
Oh, okay.
about a year ago, 2 years ago, and it was way easier to see in when it was black.
Ah.
But you didn't see out very well. So now it's the opposite. It's really pretty.
I wonder why.
I don't know. It's kind of one of
It's
those.
gotta be a
Nope, she broke.
physics thing.
Mm-hmm.
My husband could probably tell us why.
Right. Going from a light area to a dark
Right.
area. And
Usually I think it'd be the other way around.
Okay.
Right.
You can get that one.
But mine's black and I can see well. Like I can't see well outside, but you can see in.
In.
Which
Right.
is annoying. Like it should be the other way around.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I don't want people to be able to see right in.
Bingo! That's why we painted it white.
Right, right.
No, exactly. Good. Thank you.
I swear she looks in my soul when she looks at me like that. It's just like.
Nope, she broke.
I saw you creep.
So I'm gonna have it since she's struggling a little bit. It might be because it's a little overdone, but do it more with just opening the door.
'Kay.
So revert one step to where you're staying where she
Staying.
can see you, but get her used to the door opening. Do it about 3 times and then work on what you were just doing.
Good girl.
I love her focus mode. She's so tight. Like her whole body. She's like, I'm looking.
Good girl.
She's a statue except for her face. Like the rest of her body, she hasn't moved an inch. You're killing it. Good job, babe. There we go.
Good girl. Good girl.
Oh, it's hard not to chuckle at her dramaticness. I don't even see her face, and I can tell she's like there. She's like, I'm so good. It's funny. Ooh, good girl.
Good.
There we go.
Good girl.
I'd have her back up just a tad, and then go back to where you go out, shut it, and open it.
Good.
See if that was enough refresher. There we go.
Good girl. Good girl. Good dog. Where are the treats?
No. There's a ton in there.
No, there aren't.
I need more.
Back up. Thank you. Good girl.
I just crossed my arms.
So funny. They're such control freaks. They really are. Good.
Good job.
Very good.
That was good.
Do you have enough treats to do one more?
No. Over here. Good.
Ooh,
Good girl.
Good. I just stood up. All I did.
Nope, she broke.
No, got her.
The door made a different sound.
Back up.
It made more of like a.
Good girl.
There we go. I just stood up. That's all I did. That was good, but all I did was stand up.
Well, we varied the
But you
parameters.
didn't
That's
go
actually
anywhere.
important too. So there you go.
Good girl.
Good job, babe. Good cow.